Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in your Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some very good tips and tricks that you guys can use, and I'm going to show you specifically what to practice and specifically what to do that's going to help you guys improve your building speed so much more than before. And by doing these techniques, you guys can easily double or even triple your editing speed within probably, I would say, a couple of days. So make sure you guys do stay to the end of the video because these tips are going to help you guys out so much. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to enter this giveaway and have a chance to win 2,000 V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the giveaway winners. And lastly, make sure you guys do comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into my next giveaway. So if you want some free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to give you guys some very good tips and tricks that you guys can use that's going to improve your building speed in this game, because I really do feel like if you practice a few specific editing techniques and also different edits specifically, that I feel like you can improve your speed much more than learning every single edit in the game. So I'm going to show you guys a few edits that you guys should be practicing the most, and also I'm going to show you guys specifically how to do them. So one problem that I see a ton, and one mistake that I personally make constantly, and this is just not from enough practice, and that's just going to be when you're taking walls, or if you're going for edits on other players when you play on controller, a lot of times you might accidentally pull out the wrong gun. Like you might accidentally pull out your minis, you might accidentally pull out something else. So when you are practicing your builds in creative, I would recommend practicing, or even your edits, practice your builds and edits. I would recommend practicing with a shotgun in your inventory, because when you play actual games after you go off edits, you want to make sure that you always have your shotgun out ready to shoot other players. So when you're switching from pickaxe to shotgun to build, sometimes it can get very confusing, so you want to make sure you have your technique down very well. So that's one of the biggest things you want to practice in this game when it comes to editing. And the first technique you guys want to practice is exactly what I'm showing here. You want to practice taking a wall and then practicing putting down a stair and then flipping that stair, because when you practice this, it's going to be a little weird at first if you guys are new to this. But when you practice this wall replacement specifically, it's very good for improving your edits and being very consistent, because it helps you practice switching from your pickaxe to switching back to your builds and then switching over to your shotgun. So you're basically pressing like 5 different buttons almost within the span of like 2 seconds. So when you practice this, it makes everything a lot easier in game, because wall replacing is going to be the #1 thing that's going to be getting you kills in games if you're very, very good at it. So the ability to take someone's wall, the ability to place either a stair or cone in their box and then finish them off with a shotgun can be a very useful skill in this game. So that's why I would really recommend practicing this edit. And this specific edit here really got popular sometime in Chapter 2. I remember playing and I literally just got killed by keybots I don't even know the name of this edit. I would just call it like sweaty keybot edit, because literally every keyboard player uses this against me and it's the most annoying thing ever. But I'm not going to lie, it's extremely effective. And if you use this against average or below average players, even against good players, this is going to be one of the #1 ways to outplay other players and get free kills. So I would recommend practicing this edit, because like I said, it helps you switch in between your pickaxe, builds, and your shotgun. Plus, it's very effective for actual games. So this is going to be the first edit you guys want to practice in creative. And when you're going for creative, you can literally play on any map. I prefer to do it on the block, which is the map that I'm playing on, because when you play on like the other one, which I think is a little bit of grass, which I do have in other videos, I really do like that. But the thing is, there's some parts of the ground where your ramps kind of go in. So I like practicing my builds on the block, especially when I have walls and stuff like that, because my wall is placed directly on the ground. It's very easy to see everything, and I don't have anything placing in any weird locations. So I do like practicing on the block in my creative. And so going into the second edit that you guys want to practice, now this is going to be practicing taking people's cones and then also floors, because you have so many games where people sit in boxes. That's why you want to practice your edits when it comes to taking walls and then placing the ramp, or also or I guess it wouldn't be a wall replacement. I guess it would be a cone replacement and also floor replacement on the other player. So practicing those specific builds are going to be very important. And like I mentioned, you always want to practice your builds now with having a shotgun. Even if you're practicing basic edits, even if you guys don't practice these ones, you always want to practice having a shotgun out, because in actual games, you're always going to want to have that shotgun out to shoot the other player. And if you always practice with your pickaxe, it can get a little bit confusing, because when it comes to games and you have to have your shotgun out, you're switching in between your SMG and shotgun all the time when you're editing, it can get very, very confusing very quickly. So when you're practicing these builds and edits, you really want to practice with your shotgun out. And also, I think practicing wall replacements, as I'm showing you guys here, is going to be one of the best ways to improve your editing speed, because once you guys start to play against harder players, a lot of the times they like to camp in boxes, they like to play really slow, which is a good 90% of the people that I play against in my solo games. It's super frustrating, but that's why I really recommend practicing wall replacements and also practicing your edit afterwards, which I'm showing you guys here. So this is the second one that I wanted to show you guys. This is a very effective thing to do. And also, I'm going to show you guys another thing you can do along with this edit that I do in games that's very effective. So if someone's sitting in a box, obviously, if you're taking someone's floor and cone, someone's going to be inside of a box. And what I do a lot of the times is I have the floor and cone. So I take the cone and then I take the floor. And then after that, what I do is I go for the edit, and then I immediately place a ramp, and then I edit that ramp as well. So when you're practicing this edit in creative, you can also practice it with the box. You can practice taking the cone, the floor, and then also you can practice placing, I prefer to place a ramp in there because it kind of blocks off the other player, but you can also place a cone in that box as well if you want to. But after you go for the edits, if you're able to place either a cone or stairs in that box, it's going to prevent them from just turning around, placing a ramp, and then protecting themselves. So when you go for that edit, it kind of throws them off, and it kind of gives you a little bit an advantage, especially for the guys who play on controller. Just because with no traps in the game, you can really W key players much harder than before, because before people would just spam traps. But since you can no longer do that, if you're able to take someone's wall, if you're able to take someone's floor and get inside of their box, as a controller player, you're going to have a major advantage against that other player. And so going into the third and final edit that you guys want to practice, that's going to help you guys improve your editing speed. Now this is something, if you can have down very quickly, you're going to be very hard to kill in actual games. So what you're basically doing here is you want to practice tunneling, and you want to practice boxing up, but you also want to place a ramp inside of your box, and then you want to edit out the corner 3 squares. Now the reason why you want to practice this edit specifically and how this has any relevance is when you're in actual games, if you're getting third partied or if you're getting W keyed, you want to be very good at editing out of boxes, being able to edit out of that box, place a floor, place a ramp, and then just be able to protect yourself. And then also, if the kid is still W keying, being able to edit out again. So if you're able to have these edits down very quickly, you're going to be very hard to kill, because the other player is going to continue to chase you. But if you're able to edit quickly in and out of boxes, if you're able to place ramps to protect yourself, first of all, you're going to be very hard to hit, because as you guys know, shots literally go through builds. If someone has a drum gun, if someone has a minigun, you are literally going to get ripped for hundreds of damage just through your builds. So being able to be very quick and being able to place your ramp, tunneling in and out of boxes, is going to be a very effective strategy for games, arena, or pubs alike. And if you're able to do this very consistently without messing up, you are going to be a very hard player to hit, and also a very hard player to kill, because you're going to be so efficient at dodging shots and also maneuvering around boxes. It's going to be very hard for the other player to get a clear shot on you. And also, this can be very effective as well, as if someone's outside of your box and they're trying to take your wall. A lot of the times, if you're low in HP, I personally just don't like to risk it. I just like to just say screw it, edit out of my build, and then try to move on to another box. And if you're not able to edit in and out of boxes very quickly, what's going to happen is the other guy is going to get your wall. He's going to just walk in with the drum gun. You're going to miss your edit, and you're going to get spammed to death. So like I said, you really want to practice maneuvering in and out of boxes with ramps and cones. That is going to be another very effective strategy for games. I think all of these three in this video, just to sum it up, is going to be the wall replacement, edit, and then also the ramp flip. The second one being with the cone, taking the floor, and also, if you want to, placing the ramp inside, then going for another edit on there. And the third one being boxing up and maneuvering around builds with your ramp in the box. If you practice these three edits, and if you have these 3 specific edits down. Like I said, you want to practice with having your shotgun out, and if you become very efficient at these 3 edits specifically with your shotgun out, I think you are going to improve massively when it comes to editing, because these 3 edits specifically are some of the most helpful and some of the edits that I use every game that really just give me the best advantage against other players and really bail me out of a lot of situations. So if you practice these edits, these are going to help you guys improve tenfold. And with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Make sure you guys turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do come by my live streams if you guys haven't seen them or just forgot when I stream. It's on this channel every single day at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do come by. And with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.